Yes, hi Arun. How are you?
Good, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, finally you joined. Yeah, we were waiting for you past long. I guess it's the weather. I guess that's playing right now. Yes.
Probably I'm not joining it from my ID. However, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful weather though in Ahmedabad. Yes. Yeah. So, welcome, Arun. Okay, and I have just briefed our viewers, but I'll brief you all again, viewers, that Mr. Harin is our special guest today for your chance to shine. And talking of Mr. Harin, he has an experience of 16 years and counting, out of which 10 years he was with SpiceJet as managers. He was for 5 years he was with Vistara as a manager, and right now, past a year, he has been appointed as CSO with Adani Group, that is Karnavati Aviation Private Limited. So, congratulations, Harin, first of all.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yes, yes. So, sorry, but rather than wasting some any time, can I shoot with the questions? Are you comfortable with that?
Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine.
Yeah. If you can be a bit louder, because we can just not hear you, you can be a bit louder. Yeah.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, very much, sir. Very much.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank
Fine.
you. So, to start off with, sir, could you just brief us about your experience in aviation industry? You know.
So, Pushkar, I started my aviation career with SpiceJet Limited as trainee security assistant
Okay.
in the year 2005. And well, is it fine? Yeah.
Yeah, tell me.
I started my career with SpiceJet Limited as trainee security assistant in year 2005. Gradually got promoted, and in 2011 I became security manager in SpiceJet with the bus station. Then company gave me another opportunity to become airport manager, and they gave me Surat station to lead upon. I lead Surat station for almost 3 years in 2014 October, and then after uh, I came back to Ahmedabad and I joined Vistara. Just a minute. I think. Am I, la- am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. You're very much audible. But I wish you could be a bit more louder. You are very much audible, but
Okay.
maybe a bit more louder. Yeah.
So I came back to Ahmedabad in 2014 and I joined Vistara as
Okay.
a security manager again. Uh, I work with Vistara on different profile, security manager, airport manager, and then overseas manager as well.
Mhm.
Finally, I decided I came back to Ahmedabad and now I'm with Karnavati Aviation as a CSO. It's been 1 year and enjoying.
Yeah. Aviation always.
Yes,
So
yes.
yes, but can you just brief us a bit, Hari, in saying that when you gave your first interview, when you gave your first interview in life, that was in aviation. So how did you feel when you gave your first interview? What was that feeling that you had, during that time?
Well, I still remember it was in Kama Hotel, probably back in 2004. It was my Jet Airways cabin crew interview, and let me tell you, it was horrible. Uh, but I gained a lot in that interview in terms of experience. Seeing people around me, how they've dressed up, the communication level they are, communication level they were having. So that interview, you know, settled a benchmark in my mind that I need to be at this level. I have to get selected in any of these airlines. I worked very hard then after that. I can say that my interview lasts for only 45 to 50 seconds because I was hardly able to
Right, right, right.
people, it was a group discussion and when I saw people, their fluency, their vocabulary, their communication skills were out of the level. Within 40 seconds, I realized that it is not my cup of tea at this particular moment. I need to work very hard.
Right.
So then after there was several more interviews, and I cracked first interview of SpiceJet uh, for cabin crew. In the final round, I got rejected just because of the underweight, and immediately I got an offer from their side only if I wanted to join ground staff in join. So they scheduled a ground staff interview probably 15 days after, and it was through then after. So it was my first job with SpiceJet as a trainee security assistant.
Right. So that's great. But you know, Harin, the best part that you said right now was what I liked is that you started with failure. You know, you did not directly go to the point that how you got selected, which was your first job. You know, you started with this thing saying that because I see a lot of students coming down to Panache also, and when they give their first interview, and if they fail in their interview, they get very demotivated. You know, so I guess this is about time for them to learn from you as well that you know like what we have learned in life that it's not about that's what I feel that it's not about how hard you get hit and you fall down. It's about how many times you stand up and fight again, you know. So I guess we all have stood up and fought again, and that's why we are where we are, right? So as viewers who are there, students who are there, this is I mean the first question itself says everything, that never lose hope and keep on trying, and definitely you'll reach your destination where you want to very soon,
Of
right?
course, sir. I mean, see, when I'm saying that, uh, it was my first interview. Even after that, I've given a lot of interviews. In between, there were 15, 20 days of gap or 30 days of gap.
Right.
And I still remember I had given somewhere around 10, 12 interviews. I went to Mumbai, Chennai, even Kolkata to appear in
Right.
several. Everywhere I got rejected, but I had decided at that time that I need to convince the interviewer that I'm good. For
Right.
that, I worked very hard. I am having a complete Gujarati background. It's not that I am from Hindi medium or English medium. No, completely I'm completely belongs to Gujarati family. My education completely in Gujarati medium only. After
Right.
college, probably this is the first time when I joined one of the academy, and I done my diploma in English and private management. That particular moment only I started speaking English. Before
Right.
that, I mean there was no need of English in my life.
Yeah, though being a Xavierite, let me remind everyone that Harin and me, we both are from Xavier's, yes. So, of
Yes,
course, yes. But where you have reached, the milestone that you have reached is great. So, can I just skip to the next question? Is it okay with you?
yes,
Right?
yes, yes.
Yeah. Could you please brief about the different designations that are there in airport ground staff? Now we'll get into technical questions, right? So viewers, kindly be ready with your questions also. So can you kindly, sir, brief about different designations in airport ground staff, saying that CSO also and security officer as well? Because what I see is most of the times when I say there are interviews for security officers, so the candidates they tend to believe that I'm talking about CISF, so they have to understand that the difference, you know, that CSF is different and security officer is a staff of the airline itself, right? So can you please brief in detail? I mean, in detail, can you just explain to us?
Sure, sure. See, when we talk about ground staff, there are two different departments. In fact, in some airlines, there are three different departments. But if we restrict to two, there are customer service department, that is operation department, and security department. Now, in both the departments, hierarchy goes like this. From first stage is executive nowadays. It used to be trainee, but now they are hiring as a executive level. Then, when your performance is good, probably you are doing good in this particular designation, then another designation is senior executive, supervisor, officer, assistant manager, manager, DGM or senior manager, GM, vice president, president, and depend on the department. In this department, if you are in security department, you need to have a CSO. Um, in other department, they put a particular terminology is there. So VP is firing. So if you are in security department, probably entire you know system is having executive to VP. It is similar designation. Probably you have a CSO and deputy CSO kind of designation when you reach at the top. Otherwise, rest of the designation are almost the same. Like in airlines, we have airport manager for operations department, and for security department we have security manager. Since BCAS is now very strict, BCAS is, when I'm saying BCAS, it is Bureau of Civil Aviation Security. They are
So
very
sorry to interrupt. Can you? The voice is
strict.
not audible. Yeah, yeah, please. Yeah, a bit louder, please. Thank you.
So am I audible now?
Very much. Yeah, better.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So when
please.
I'm saying when I'm saying because that is Bureau of Civil Aviation Security, they are very strict nowadays, and they want airlines to a separate department. Operation department and security department has to be separate, and airport manager has to be separate, and security manager has to be different for the department. So when I joined Vistara, basically when I joined Vistara, the department was completely different. Security department has to be lead by security manager, and operations has to be lead by airport manager.
Right.
So now the rank is totally same, pay scale is totally same for both the departments.
Okay.
Responsibilities are different.
Okay.
Both the departments are having, you know, a very important roles to play. So when I'm saying about security, security has a very vital role and very important role. Airlines can hire ground staff on outsource for operation department, but they cannot hire
Security office.
security department outsource. They have to
Right.
have a payroll staff in at least for security. Then that is a BICAS guidelines basically.
For the ones who, sorry to interrupt, for the ones that Mr. Harin is saying, because that is BCAS, that's Bureau of Civil Aviation Security, yeah? For the
Exactly.
ones, for the viewers who don't understand, that stands for Bureau of Civil Aviation Security, BCAS, because. Yes, sir, please.
So they sets the rule for aviation security. For CISF, different rules. For airlines, different rules.
Yeah.
So CISF have their own regulations to follow. Security departments they have their own designation. I mean, they have their own roles to perform. Now, when I'm talking about airline security, what roles they are performing? Okay. Uh, in airlines, CISF cannot interfere to the minute things. So, because have given different responsibilities to airlines to perform, such
Mm-hmm.
as baggage screening,
Mm-hmm.
passenger profiling,
Mm-hmm.
aircraft anti-sabotage checks, that is aircraft checks,
Mm-hmm.
uh, then cargo screening,
Mm-hmm.
baggage reconciliation.
Right.
So these are the vital roles been given
Right. Right.
to airline security, and
Mm-hmm.
airline security is performing those roles with the standards
Mm-hmm.
which has been defined by BICAS.
Right. So once, just I wanted to ask, now that you have been a part of the interviewer panel, saying that for the viewers, I will just inform you that for Vistara also, Mr.
Hmm.
Harin, he used to come down to Panache for campus placements. He has hired a lot of students from Panache Academy who are right now working excellent in Vistara, and they do
Exactly.
remember you. Yes, they do miss you. They keep on telling me that they miss the Harin sir, so that's a great thing. But yes, so when
Thank
you
you.
came down to Panache, can you just brief the candidates or the viewers that what exactly being an interviewer you look into a candidate? You know those minute details. You know, being an interviewer, what do you look into candidates? What detailing should be there?
See, uh, everyone has their own criteria, but
Right.
probably when you are taking an interview of ground staff,
Mm-hmm.
you need to look after few things.
Mm-hmm.
First, a basic communication skills. their appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Third, which is very important for me at least, their body language when they sit. I have seen many people, they try to be very normal. They try to be, sometimes they are very shaky when they sit in front of interviewers. So
Right.
they need to have their confidence in their mind when they are facing the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Apart of there, another most important thing is their general knowledge. When they are into a ground staff, they need to know a lot of things around them.
Mm-hmm.
They need to know who is who, basically. I always ask questions about, a for general knowledge. I do ask them who is the president of India, and I'm sure 80 percentage, 80
Yes.
percentage of ground staff, I mean, those who are appearing for the interview, they don't know who is president. So, why I'm asking that question? I have a relevance of it because when those people traveling with us, I'm sure president is not going to travel with us, but there are other dignitaries, member of parliaments from Gujarat, minister
From
of
India,
Gujarat. They may
yes.
travel off, yeah, they may travel from the airlines, so they should know who is who.
Right.
They should know a basic general knowledge about India and around the world, so that
Right.
even when we ask certain questions to them, they shouldn't fumble on it.
Right. Right, right. And especially, I'll just inform the viewers and especially the candidates or the students who are planning aviation as your future. Your GK, your general knowledge has to be very, very, very strong. Let me remind you again. Okay. Reason being is you are face of the airline when you're working at the airport or inside the aircraft, doesn't matter. But you are face of the airline. Now, if there's any situation, if any situation rises where customer needs to talk to you, and see, this is hospitality industry, so customer will talk to you. So whenever he talks to you, and if any there's any such topic that you're talking on, and your general knowledge is as weak, then it definitely won't show your airline in a good picture because you become the face of the airline, right?
So I have a very very good example on this, Pushkar. Let me just share it with your viewers. Uh, in my SpiceJet days, I had one of the staff who was in the ticketing counter, and one walk-in customer came and he asked that I wanted to go to Chennai.
Hmm.
So staff seated in the ticketing counter, he said, "Sir, we don't fly to Chennai.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, sir." So that person who was having a very important business deal, he called up his travel agent. He busted on him, stating that there is no flight of SpiceJet going to Chennai,
Mhm.
and why you asked me to go to the airport? He said, "Sir, flight is showing. They have morning 6 o'clock flight. You
Right.
you just be there." So he said, "Sir, there is an FIDS board, Flight Information Display System. You go and check there whether that flight is there or cancelled." So he just went there, he just checked the flight number, and he came back to the ticketing counter and stated that, "Yeah, you have Chennai flight." Bole, "No, sir, we don't have Chennai flight." But it is showing that is SG2 281. So, "No, no, no, sir, that is not flying to Chennai, that is flying to Madras."
Now see general knowledge.
So
See
it's
general
just
knowledge. Yeah. See.
so it's just a matter of general knowledge. The person was not knowing Chennai is Madras.
Is that star still alive? Can I ask you off the record? If he answered like that, is it still there?
So everyone grows. Again,
Right.
everyone grows.
True.
He is on a very good position in Indigo Airline also.
Maybe we know who is. So let it be.
Okay,
All
okay.
right. But that's good. Thank you. Thanks a lot for. And
Yeah.
maybe in the next question, I'll just jump on to the next question. Right.
Yes.
Now, of course, what are the problems as we discussed that during the interviews that candidates they face? Normally when you take the interviews, as you just answered, that you look for certain points in candidates, like they should be good in communication, good in grooming, they should have a general knowledge. But now, can you just give me a fair bit of idea, saying that what if they have no information about aviation industry? What about that?
Yeah. So whenever they appear for any interview, even
Hmm.
if I appear for any interview, what I do first, I make my checklist. I try to analyze what all question they probably gonna ask me about, at least for the airlines I'm appearing for. Okay. So when I appeared for Vistara, what I did, I made my checklist. I jotted down each and every point of Vistara. I
Hmm.
mean, what is their planning, how many aircrafts they are having, um, who is who basically. Some people are having pronunciation issue. So when I appear for the interview, they ask me who's the CEO of the airline. So I if I'm well prepared, I'll probably able to pronounce their name with rightly. So
Right.
I said at that time CEO was PTech, okay,
Right.
but everyone used to pronounce PTech
Right.
because spelling was as such. Everyone, people who don't Google it much, they don't get the answers properly.
Right.
So your right pronunciation is very important. Second, uh, your introduction is again should be very strong. When you're giving your introduction, your first impression comes on that. Your second impression is your knowledge about the airline where you are applying or
Right.
any field probably. Third, again I said general knowledge, which is at most important. So when a person who is having moderate knowledge or average communication skill, if he is preparing for his interview and if he is preparing all this stuff,
Hmm.
probably he is halfway through.
Right.
Okay. Then after you need to understand what details you have filled up in your CV.
Hmm.
Okay, your hobbies especially. When you are
Right.
writing about your hobbies, some people are saying reading. What reading you are doing? Are you a general reader, like a general watch? Some people are saying that I do read WhatsApp. So
Hmm.
that is not a reading basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is it.
So when you are saying a newspaper, okay, you can consider at once that when you are reading news, you can say that yes, you are reading something. But when you are reading any novel, when you are reading as your daily habit,
Hmm.
that's when you can say reading is your hobby. Traveling, you are traveling to some of the destination, then it is fine. But
Hmm.
daily roaming in the Ahmedabad is not a traveling. Okay. So they need to understand when they are putting things in their resume, they need to understand what they are putting in. Okay.
Yeah,
So
but
they
yeah, yeah. Please continue.
so I don't know. Are you guys giving them, idea about how to prepare their resume? Well, what I have seen, whenever I have taken interviews in Panache, the resumes are very well defined.
Thank you.
But again, they have to prepare on this. They have to prepare
Hmm.
on this.
Right. That is there because when they come fresh, when they come to Panache, I still know when they are asked to make their resumes. And fine, first of all, the spelling of resume, we start from there, right? But more than that, they have to understand each and every viewer. And I would like to suggest each and every candidate and student of Panache who's right now over here that work on your communication skills. Yes, you have to do a course in aviation, that is there. I won't say no. But course in aviation is a product knowledge. But after getting product knowledge, you have to deliver it. Once you get the
Exactly,
product knowledge, you have to talk about it. How will you talk about it if your communication is not good, right?
exactly,
Say we are not saying it has to be great for God's sake, but at least it has to be appropriate. Then when you sit for your interviews, you can at least answer your questions right. Yeah. So get your
exactly,
communications right. Yes, make your resume proper. Panache definitely helps all the students, and no wonder there are so many of them in the airport and flying as well. Right. So, well, then moving on to the next question, would you suggest this profession to your to the viewers? Like the viewers, why would you suggest this profession, aviation?
see, uh, aviation, especially ground staff, every general person who can apply, who can, who can very well apply in ground staff duties, and of course for cabin crew also. Why I'm saying it is very easy to, get through a job. Okay, it is this particular course, what you guys are providing it is very well defined. It
Right.
is, you have specialized people in your team who has particular knowledge about it. So when person is taking, classes or particular, degree from your institute, they when they appear for the interview, they definitely stand out.
Thank
First
you.
thing,
Thank you.
okay, there is no doubt about it. Second, why I recommend this particular aviation to everyone? Uh, you go any field, okay.
Hmm.
There in India, around 5 to 7 airlines are working right now.
Hmm.
In 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 earlier days, there were around 3 airlines, 4 airlines, and nowadays it is improving. I mean,
Right.
there are 2, 3 more airlines are also coming, but
Hmm.
just because of this pandemic, it is just getting delayed. But soon there are 2, 3 airlines coming. So future of aviation is increasing. You see, in from Ahmedabad, passenger load has increased to double. I mean,
Right. Right.
in last 7 years, the passenger load has doubled. Airlines flights in I mean increased in double figures. Probably if I say about Indigo, they were operating 30 flights probably 2 years back. I mean
Hmm.
4 years back. Now they are operating with 60 flights. Similarly with SpiceJet, Go Air, all the airlines are growing. It's just a pandemic that their operations or their future plans are delayed. But
Right.
it is not going. It is not that it is not going to happen. It is going to happen, and aviation has a very long life. No
Right.
doubt about it.
Right. No, that was my basically the next question. Citing this COVID-19 issue, that there's a lot of myth there in the market saying that now, sir, if we get into aviation or hospitality segment, do we have jobs and all? So I don't know from where all this myth they come down. I mean, let me inform the viewers and the candidates also, all of them. Right now, you're talking to Harin sir, and he is active right now in the industry. He's not aged like 60 or 70. Okay, he's active right now. He is in the industry. He is with Karnavati Aviation, that is Adani Group, as a CSO. And yes, he was there at home like all of us we were. So even in aviation industry, I have known people who were at home, but they were getting paid. And this industry has started again from 25th of May. The flights have resumed again the way it was, and they are increasing day by day. So it is a myth. So you please don't follow each
Sorry.
people telling you. But still, I would like Harin, I would like you to elaborate more on this, please.
So, Pushkar, see, problem is there right now.
Yeah.
We don't deny that. Okay. Uh, but this problem is everywhere. It is not only limited to aviation. Why aviation get hurts more in present situation? Because international operations are limited. Pandemic is on the peakest level in India, probably we can say. But it is not going to last forever. Okay, what I see, probably another 2, 3 months,
Yeah.
and aviation industry would be back on that track.
Right.
I'm sure all the airlines will immediately start flying. It is
Right.
just a havoc at present that people are not flying. What I see in May and in June, passenger airline load was around 30 to 40%, which is now somewhere around 70 to 80%. Let me just
Great.
inform you that uh, airlines have started increasing their flights. Okay,
Right.
so from 10, they are going to operate 17, 18 flights, and from 17, 18, I'm sure by next month have they
Right.
will have their operation back on track. So don't
Right.
you? I mean, nobody has to worry about anything. Even if there is a job loss, I'm sure once uh, you know, everything is back on track, they will get their jobs back, I'm sure.
Yeah, I
And
mean, jobs
airline
are
is
there.
definitely
Jobs
going
are
to
there.
prefer, yeah, airline is definitely going to prefer their old staff who are performing better. Okay,
Right.
they are definitely going to recruit them back.
Right. That is there.
Okay.
That is there, and that is there. I mean, we also, when there is a pause, when there's a pause in aviation or hospitality sector, what happened? We all saw that the world,
Exactly.
it came to a standstill. So when we talk about
Exactly.
aviation and the hospitality industry, it has to go on. There's no other option, right? Because we are
Exactly.
accustomed to it, we are used to it every single day of our life to live with this thing,
Exactly.
right? So
Exactly.
that is that.
Exactly.
Okay, so just moving on to the next question now. Like you being from such a humble, I know that you have your own business also. So being from such a humble profession where you have your own business, why did you select this profession, aviation profession? Why did you select it?
Uh, well, Pushkar, just after completion of my graduation, I was sitting at.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
there.
So I was on my father's business,
Mhm.
and you know, I always want, I always wanted to have a business or a job wherein I have to roam around. Okay, so initially I thought of becoming cabin crew as everyone wanted to be. I aspired to be a cabin crew for a long, long time. Okay, even after I got into a ground staff duty, I wanted to be a cabin crew always. So that is when I tried to join aviation. I asked my dad. There was, of education fun fair kind of a thing just behind my shop. So I went there, and over there, one of the stall of one of the education institute was there, and I appear. I mean, they asked me to come to their institute, and I went there, and I found that yes, I can become cabin crew. Yeah, yes. Why should I, waste my talent sitting at my, I mean, in my on my business? I would have done good even in my business. There is no doubt about it. Which currently run by my parents only.
Yeah.
I'm not helping them at all. But yes, and I can say they are also proud on they also feel proud on me. When no this when they see me doing good.
Yeah. But see, again, saying that, yes, you did of aviation. I do understand, and yes, you have grown in aviation. You have big name in aviation. That is that. But again, coming back to aviation, can I ask you, like, what are the qualifications? Because there is a question saying that a lot of students or candidates, they come and ask me. I mean, they ask us, what are the qualifications now needed to get into or become an airport officer? You know.
See, I believe when you cannot do MBA and directly become airport manager. Okay, so either you need to cultivate your experience into particular field. You grow into aviation with your experience, and then you become airport manager. In our days, I mean, before us even, there were no such institute who used to provide such a professional course. Okay,
Right.
now people are having this particular option of such a nice option, I can say, to educate themselves in aviation. And this particular course, I mean, it is not mandatory, let me tell you, but this definitely gives a feather in their head, keeping their education, particular education of aviation industry or hotel industry. When we ask them certain questions about aviation industry, they respond well. Okay,
Right.
so it is very important for them to have a knowledge of basic aviation job, basic aviation course or hospitality course.
Right. No, because there are a lot of students who tend to come and they ask that, sir, is it necessary to do MBA or is it necessary to do engineering, aeronautical engineering? And of course, we make them understand, saying that all that you need is
So
graduation, and Panache do provide you with graduation.
exactly, exactly. So see, when you wanted to become engineer, let's suppose aircraft maintenance engineer, you need to do aeronautical engineering. You wanted to become pilot, you need to have
Exactly.
you need to have your CPL to be done, and then only you need to do a conversion in Indian flying things, and then only you'll become pilots. But at least for ground staff, okay, when you do such courses, your gates are wide open, your knowledge is wide open to get into an airline. And almost all the airlines wanted to have a person who but has who has an interest in aviation.
Right.
So when you join this course, this proves that you have an interest. Whenever we do walk-in interviews of a person who just come for the interview, they hardly have any knowledge, they hardly have any etiquette, they hardly have any communication skills or knowledge about airlines.
Right.
So their interview lasts for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then we have to decide upon, that we can't go through, or we can't have you in our team.
Right.
But students who are appearing for these courses, their knowledge is no doubt, their knowledge is very good.
Well, I'll take it as a compliment. Thanks a lot. And of course, yes. Just moving on to the next question, all right, because we are falling short of time, I guess. So maybe just moving on to the next question. That can you just tell us a bit of difference between? Can you guide the viewers the difference between international airport and the domestic airport? Why? I'll tell you why, Mr. Ravi, why. Because a lot of students, they come to me and they ask, a lot of candidates, they come to us and they ask, sir, I want to get this into international airport. We do make them understand, saying that, see, if you work at the international airport at ground staff, you won't be called as a staff of the airline. You will be working directly under some agency. Now,
Ground
if
handling
you work,
agencies.
yes, ground service agency. Now, if you are working, or if you graduate, then you have a chance to work with airlines like SpiceJet, Indigo, Go Air, Vistara, TrueJet, maybe Karnavati Aviation, yes,
Exactly.
so can you just brief them a bit about the difference between an agency and the airline itself? At international airport and domestic airport ground.
See, right now what is happening, when I read newspapers, uh, people, I am seeing advertisement, people got selected at international airport, and there are several photographs. You
Yeah,
see 20, 30 photographs showing that these staff are going to work on the international airport. Well, when they are saying they are going to work on the international airport, they are going to work for the ground handling agencies. Okay.
exactly. Yes.
Now, when they are going to work for the ground handling agencies, absolutely fine. You work for the ground handling agency, you are getting an opportunity to get into aviation. You must start doing that job if you are getting that opportunity. But that is not a payroll job on airline.
Yes.
Okay. This is a outsourced thing. What, any airlines, let's suppose Emirates, Qatar, Singapore, they are not going to hire the entire team, okay, in India. What they do, they are just going to give a contract to a ground handling agency to handle their allocations or handle their aircraft. Okay. So all these people who are going to get recruited, let's suppose in Emirates, there are around 50 ground staff working. Out of that 50 ground staff, 5 would be on payroll. Okay, those who are experienced one,
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
who are manager or supervisor, they would be on the payroll of the airline, and rest all are grounds. All are ground handling agency staff. Okay, so this is a basic difference. When you work for domestic airlines, Okay. Like Indigo, SpiceJet, GoAir, even
Vistara.
Vistara. See, now Vistara is having a different concept. But again, Vistara has so many. Vistara is also working on the same model. Like they have 20% staff on payroll and 80% staff on agency.
Right.
Okay. So this is a basic difference. This is a basically a working model of an airline, how they wanted to work upon. Indigo having complete Indigo, SpiceJet, GoAir, they all have their own payroll staff. Even in security, security has to be on payroll, but their operation staff are also on payroll. But on international airlines, they are not on payroll. Okay, they are on ground handling agencies contract unless they are very
And
experienced and they are directly got through the interview of
right. And sorry to
yeah.
interrupt, but you never know when
Yeah.
the license it gets expired.
Yes, exactly. So, see, my point is, don't get misunderstood by the advertisement what you are seeing in the
Exactly.
newspapers. Okay, so 30 staff are hired on international airport. They are not going to work for international airport. They are going to work for the international airline, but on outsource agency.
Thank you. I guess we made it a bit clear. Any questions from the viewers? I would like the viewers to kindly, we have 5 minutes left with us, I guess max 5 minutes. After that, I have a rapid fire round for Mr. Harin. Yes. So, but before that, any questions? I would ask the viewers to ask any questions they have. I guess we have answered all your questions, I guess, yeah. So, moving on, maybe, guys, that's a rapid fire round. You ready for that?
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
why not?
I guess
All
there's just a question. Just a minute. There's a question, I guess, Arun. Just a minute. Do we need graduation for ground staff even if we can speak fluently? Well, I'll just answer that, Arun. Okay. Yes, you do need graduation. Okay, graduation is a part of your education. You need to be graduate, even though you are, see, you are good in communication, you are fluent in communication, but you are not even 10 pass. How does it matter? Will you get a job? Tell me. No, right. So for education, from education point of view, you need a graduation. But now that you're already doing a graduation, why not to do it in aviation? Because you want to get into aviation. So do your graduation in aviation then. Yes. So even though you can speak fluently, graduation is a must for ground staff. So now if you want to do a graduation, I would advise better if you do graduation in aviation because you want to get into aviation. Right? Yeah, how to get into ATC?
See, again, ATC required a specialized education. Okay. And if you really wanted to be air traffic controller, you need to apply on the airport authority of India's website. They do have frequent openings, okay, for stipends. Once you get into a stipends, if your work is fine, they do get you on payroll. And I'm not sure about their complete process, but yes, you can find job opportunities on airport authorities of India's portal, because ATC is, commercial ATC is majorly governed by Airports Authority of India. Okay.
Yeah, you need a specialization course, I mean, for that. So that is there. Yes. Any more questions, viewers? So I'll just move on to the rapid fire question then. Okay, first question, Mr. Arvind, that which airline do you like the most?
This is.
Achal, we will answer your question, but after the rapid fire round now, okay? Yeah. Tell me, Mr. Arvind, which airline do you like the most? Now, don't be
Vistara.
I don't want any
Vistara.
diplomatic answers. See, I know. Either you will say
No,
SpiceJet or Vistara. No
I'm not.
diplomatic.
I'm not diplomatic. I said Vistara. Vistara. I like Vistara. No doubt about it.
Why not SpiceJet then?
It's you see. It's
You
just a
started
rapid
with
fire round. You
SpiceJet, then why
can.
not SpiceJet?
No. I started with SpiceJet. I learned a lot with SpiceJet. I still say I. I mean, in any day, if somebody asks me which airline will get, I mean, which airline you wanted to get close, I will say none. I will say none. But yes, I have some emotions with Vistara. I do have emotions with SpiceJet also. There's no doubt about it. My last few years with SpiceJet, I mean, the time which I spent in Surat was fantastic. Being manager, I had my team. They were fantastic. I even in Vistara, my team in Ahmedabad, my team in Mumbai, they were all excellent. But
Yeah,
yes,
you feel that.
I can say Vistara is more organized, probably in terms of
We
future
got it.
planning.
You're all in love with Vistara. We got it. We got it. Now, the next question is, which is your favorite travel destination?
Goa. Why? The reason behind it, I we can frequently travel. First, one, you can travel with your wife. Second time, you can travel with your friends. Okay, and you know, for Ahmedabadis, it is the most favorite destination, I can say. But yes, a part of that, I can say Gangtok, most beautiful destination in India, I can
Yeah.
say.
And very peaceful as well. North is
Very
very
peaceful, very peaceful, very peaceful.
it's peaceful. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the next question is, if you were ever given a chance to go back in time, time machine, and if you were given a chance to go back in time, which phase of your life you would love to live again?
Childhood time, man. There's no doubt about it. If you ask me, you wanted to go back to, I mean, I would like to go back to my childhood and uh, a part of this mobile life. We had our own life every day, playing cricket, hide and seek. Those were the days, I can say. Nowadays, people are not having that life. Children are not having that life. But yes, my childhood days were best. In fact,
Yes.
my current days are also best. My wife is watching this, so
I hope your kid also, your son also, yeah.
probably yes, yes. I don't know. Probably I'm from I'm logging into this live through some other's mobile, but they are following Panache, so probably they are watching it.
Thank you. Now, can you describe yourself in one word?
Honest.
You need to be, because when we are in this industry and when we become big name in the industry, it's just because we are honest. Yeah, there you are.
Absolutely.
Okay, what is your favorite movie quote?
Okay. My favorite movie quote is from movie Marigold, the Exotic Resort, in which Dev Patel used this old quote stating that in India, uh, in the end, everything is all right. If it is not all right, it is not the end.
Yeah.
And I love this quote very much because what I see, people do get disheartened when they get rejected. Okay, so I believe when you get rejection, you don't need to get disheartened. You'll have your time. You will get success in your life for sure. And this is how core. I mean, this is how relate this quote to my life.
Yeah, and maybe most of the people that we know in the industry, are in, they have gone through this phase. I
Exactly,
hardly
exactly.
remember any candidate or anyone, even of any of our friends who got selected in the first interview itself. I hardly,
Of course.
whether it's crew or ground staff, I hardly remember anyone, right? So,
Yes,
yes,
yes.
and there were times when I just like to inform the viewers. There were times when we used to go for interviews to different states and in a
Exactly.
bus, and we used to
Exactly.
get ready in a washroom. Remember that? We used to
Exactly,
get ready.
exactly.
The interview time was 8 o'clock in the morning. We used to reach at 10 and get ready in the washroom.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
we used to
Exactly.
brush there. We used to shave there. So those were the days.
Without keeping any shame. I mean, you just need to grow in your life. You need to work
Yes,
hard. I mean,
yes,
there is no turn back. If you have decided in your life, you need to keep yourself motivated. Such interviews, such rejections are not going to end up your life, end up your career. But yes, you need to be determined enough for for yourself. You need to prepare very hard. You give yourself 1 year, I'm sure probably, then after there's no turn back.
Yeah.
Every year you'll grow. Every year you'll grow.
Right. And that is, and you have to know yourself. You have to know
Exactly.
yourself. Where your weak point is, work on that and keep on working on that. Till that time you achieve your goal. Keep on working on that. There's no other option, second option. Do it. If you want it, you get it for yourself. Right?
True.
So,
True.
yes. Yeah,
True.
I guess Suresh Ghazi is there. He's all praises for you. One of my students, he's working for Air India, Suresh Ghazi, and he's all praises for you. You know, Okay, one last question that I promised Achal, I will answer a question that how many rounds of interview are there in security officer?
So it depends upon the airline to airline. Probably in SpiceJet there are 2 rounds. One you clear it here, they straight away decide, and second round is with HR. If you talk about Vistara, probably they take 3 rounds. One is with local manager, second with CSO or deputy CSO, and third with the HR. So HR round is basically for negotiation or to brief you about uh, whether the interviewer has taken, interviewers have given you the right information or not.
Any questions that you have, Mr. Harin? If you want to ask something.
So, yes, I wanted to ask uh, when a candidate joins in Panache, let's suppose, okay, he, if we talk about a Gujarati background, he is a complete Gujarati, having a complete Gujarati background. How do you groom them?
See, our priority, first of all, when we start off our classes, we start with communication and personality development.
Okay.
Reason being, even I serving for the industry, and flying and stuff and L&T and whatnot we have done, right? But being from aviation background, one thing I know is personality matters a lot. Communication matters a lot, right? So we
Exactly.
start with personality development, we
Okay.
start with communication, and we make sure that the communication is up to the mark.
Hmm.
Right. Product knowledge, we do provide them. We provide them with technical knowledge, ground staff knowledge, crew knowledge. We provide them. But more than that, see, if it was our call, we would make them do communication whole year. Because reason being, if they're not good in communication or personality differs even a bit, there
Do
are
we
problems.
do we do we give them you know interview preparation kind of
Completely, completely.
okay.
Because when you
Okay.
must have conducted interviews in Panache, you would have seen, that there are so many students who are quite confident sitting for the interviews. It's their
Yes.
first time.
Yes.
It's their
Yes.
first. They get selected in the first time itself. The reason being,
Yes.
we conduct mock interviews, we conduct the drills over here in Panache itself, so that they, because our faculties have minimum 20 to 25 years of experience. All the faculties, all the faculties. For our aviation faculty, if you say Mr. Manan is there, Mr. Darshit is there, Mr. Darshit Shet, you must be knowing from Air India, right? So he's there. He has like tremendous experience, 40, 45 years. For crew, Kushnam ma'am, like she has 27 years of experience. Our chairman itself, Kushnam ma'am, and Avira ma'am is there. So of course, we have got faculties who have tremendous years of experience. So they groom them
Undoubtedly.
properly, like that.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And I think this is all in all required uh, for anyone who wants to join aviation ground staff or cabin crew or
Yeah,
being cabin crew.
that is what that is required. So, any other questions then, students? I mean,
Nope.
candidates, students, viewers.
For me,
Any
अच्छा.
other question?
Viewers. Okay. Oh my God.
I guess it's almost
Somebody.
time. I guess, and we answered all the questions.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
thank you, Mr. Harin. Thank you for being our guest for the day, and we hope that you'll be again interviewing our students soon, and this time maybe for some other for Karnataka Aviation, maybe soon. Yes. So,
Sure.
thank you. Thanks a lot, sir,
Sure. Sure.
for
Sure.
sparing your time for us. All the best for your future. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Pushkar. Same to you.
Thank you, viewers. Thank you. See you soon.